Hey guys, this is Michelle. In this video, I want to talk to you about 7 challenges every entrepreneur faces. 7 challenges every entrepreneur goes through. If you are an employee of a company or an organization and you're finally making a switch and step into the world of business, you want to step into the world of entrepreneurship, then you want to watch this video till the end. Understand this, one of the greatest, biggest skill that you can have as an entrepreneur is the skill of anticipation. Because when you can anticipate what's ahead of you, you can strategize better, you can strategize and plan and systemize more effectively. Okay, so let's not waste our time. Let's jump right into it. So challenge number 1 is you're going to have to sacrifice the warm fuzzy feeling of a steady salary, steady income. Now understand this, when I was an employee, I knew that was coming towards the end of the month. It doesn't matter how bad of a month I had. In a worst case scenario, I was going to make a certain kind of money. Now I was in sales and marketing driven organization, so obviously I had a base salary. At the same time, I was getting paid on the property sales. So even though I was going through the worst phase of my life, I'm going through the worst phase, I'm not getting any sales, I'm not making any commissions, but I still have something coming up every single month. And once you know what's coming towards the end of the month, you can plan and build your life around that income. But the moment you step in the world of business, you become an entrepreneur, you become a business owner, you don't know when's the next paycheck is going to come from. So if you're the kind of a person who loves the idea of stability, who loves the idea of steady income, then entrepreneurship is not for you. Let's say in the first few years, the first few months, you decide to hire more people. So if you decide to hire more people, still as an owner of the business, you're going to be the last one who gets paid, right? Because you are attracting more talents and you're going to pay them first before you're going to pay yourself. So when you step into the world of entrepreneurship and business, you need to keep this in mind. You have to have some kind of a buffer. If you have a mortgage, you need to factor that in. That how are you going to pay the mortgage? How are you going to pay the car payment? Alright? Don't step into the entrepreneurship if you haven't got any buffer in your bank account for at least 6 or 7 months. Point number 2 is work-life balance goes out of the window. When you're working for a company, you have structure around your working hours. Okay, let's say that you start working 9 o'clock in the morning and you finish it on 5 or 6 in the evening, but you know that how many hours you're going to have to work because you don't have to do 50 jobs. You are entitled, you are instructed to do a couple of jobs, right? So you are allowed to take a couple of days off over the weekend. But when you are an entrepreneur, okay, when you are the first line of defense, when you are going to be the last line of the defense, you're going to have to do more work than you have ever done in your entire lifetime, right? You might not be able to take the weekends off until you start getting some kind of attraction. So if you love the idea of taking a weekend off, taking a couple of days off, then you're going to have a very bumpy journey along the way. Okay, number 3 is you're going to have to wear different hats. What do I mean by that? When you are working for a company, you know things that you have to produce on a regular basis. If you are in sales, you do not have to worry about what happens in the accounting. You do not have to worry about what happens in the finance. Or if you're in sales, you do not have to do any marketing stuff. You are not worried about the payroll. But when you become an entrepreneur, when you get on the wagon of entrepreneurships for the first few years or months at least, you're filling in multiple roles. When I got into entrepreneurship, when I started my own business, I was the one who was doing the marketing calls. I was the one doing the presentation with the clients. And I was the one who was doing all the workshops on the sessions with my clients. At the same time, I had to teach myself how to do digital marketing. I also had to teach myself how to record a video. And then I also had to teach myself how to do the editing. Okay, I've learned how to do the content writing. I wrote my first blog at the age of 31 and I had taught myself. So when you are doing the entrepreneurship thing for the first few months or few years, you are going to have to do 5 jobs. Number 4 is team building. So if you are an employee of your company up until this moment, you do not have to worry about so many other aspects of your business. If you're working in designing department, you do not have to worry about the marketing, you don't have to worry about the sales process, you do not have to worry about the manufacturing department, right? But let's say that you become an entrepreneur, then at one stage you're gonna have to get good at bringing more people in your business. Now, understand this, one of the most important job of an entrepreneur is to get the right kind of people in the bus, and then once you get them in the bus, you gotta put them on the right seat. And once you put them on the right seat, you're gonna be spending a lot of your time coaching, training, and mentoring this employee, because business doesn't grow by itself. You grow people working within the business, and those people will grow the business for you. And you could be an introverted person. You got nothing to do with the person sitting next to you. You do not have to worry about if that person is growing professionally or not. But once you get more people, more talent in your own business, then it all comes down to their skill level. So now, once you make the switch, the one thing that you're going to have to learn, even though you are an introverted guy, you're going to have to learn to get the right kind of people in your organization, and then you can coach and train and mentor them so they can take your business to a whole new level. Number 5 is casting a vision. One of the most important things that you're going to have to do on a course of your journey of entrepreneurship is you're constantly casting a vision to the stakeholders of the business. I'm talking about your bankers, I'm talking about your parents, I'm talking about people who are believing in you, and I'm also talking about people who are working for you. I understand that the reason you started the business because you were passionate about the vision and you are extremely passionate about the mission that you have, but the other people don't care, as long as they have an understanding that the moment they're going to join your company, there is a clear path. There's a clear path for the progression in the career as well. So you're constantly casting a vision where the company is going to be in the next 5 years. You're constantly telling them, convincing them where's the company going to be in the next 15 years, next 20 years, what are the plans for the future. Your job as an entrepreneur is to get people excited, so when they come and work, they take a lot of pride in what they do, because they all know when they focus, when there's a collective focus and a lot of hard work, everyone pulling in the same directions, they're going to get to a better place. Okay, number 6 is lifestyle change. What's going to happen in the first few months when you start your own business? You were an employee of the company. You know exactly how much money you are going to get at the end of the month. So it doesn't matter what kind of a month you had. You had a good month, you had a bad month. You exactly know what to expect towards the end of the month. So what happens once you know that you have a certain kind of income coming in every month, what you do is you build your life around that. You are spending money over the weekend with your friends. You're going out with your wife, or you're going out with your husband. You are planning the getaway holidays. But then when you switch your path and you become the entrepreneur, everything is dependent on how quickly you are selling your products and services. So obviously some of the things that you were able to afford before, you're not going to afford. You're going to have to immediately stop your spending spree. You're probably going to have to downsize to a smaller apartment, right? You might have to sell one of your cars. So it is definitely going to change your lifestyle a little bit. Number 7 is entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. It doesn't matter how much passion you have for your business, you won't be able to turn things around almost immediately. You're gonna have to go through your share of trial and tribulations, right? And sometimes the low is going to be really, really low and the high is going to be really, really high. Sometimes the kind of struggles that you're going to go through, you don't want to talk to anyone. You do not want to share your struggles and the problems and the financial crunch to your parents because you don't want them to stress about it. And sometimes you may be surrounding yourself with people who are naysayers. You don't call them, you don't get in touch with them while you're going through the trenches because you don't want them to tell you that they told you in the beginning that this project, that this passion project that you busting your tail for is not going to work out. So what you do, you keep things to yourself, and it's a lonely, lonely journey. So there's 7 inevitable changes every entrepreneur goes through when they switch from an employee of a company to become an entrepreneur. So these are 7 inevitable challenges every entrepreneur faces and goes through when they switch from being an employee of the company to become his own boss. So that's my time, guys. Now before I let you go, I need to ask you a super quick favor. If you like the content and resonated with anything that I just said, it would mean world to me if you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon so you receive the notification every time I come up with a new video. Thanks for your time. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Boom.